Welcome to VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. Football Friday, yes, Football Friday. Now, I can't complain, and I don't really disagree with Julian Nagelsmann decision. But there is something that I highly do disagree with. I don't fault him for letting his players go and be adults, go and be human, and go home, go on holiday, do what they need to do to get psychologically recovery from the long and drawn out Bundesliga season. I don't fault him for that, and he shouldn't get fault for that. They're adults. They are grown adults. They're human. They can make their own choices and make their own decision as long as it's not breaking the law. I have my thoughts and my opinion on whether I would do that or not. I would, but it'll be with a caveat. And if you know me, you know what that caveat is. You know what that caveat is. I weigh the pros and cons. The pros and cons of this matter pretty much is making Julian take a sidestep. No. You gotta be all the way in. You can't half step on this. And what are you talking about? What do I mean? Asking for or calling for the postponement of the match because you have up to 9 players that tested positive for COVID-19. And maybe this occurred during a holiday, maybe this occurred during the break. But that's the risk and that's the chance that you took. That's the risk and that's the chance you took by letting them go and be adults and go and be human and go and do what they need to do to recover psychologically through the long, grueling, tough Bundesliga season that you are encountering right now. I would think that you calculated this in your math. I would have calculated this in my math. And so if I would have done this and let them go, I wouldn't at the same time be wishing that if something did occur and something did happen, for a get out of jail free card or for a postponement of the match, because more likely than not they were in situations to increase their chance of, getting positive. And that's why I disagree with Nagelsmann at. That's where I have an issue with him at. You made the decision, stand behind the decision, stick with the decision, but don't ask for the postponement now. Don't ask for a postponement now when you gave the order or when you made the decision that you made. This was going to be the likely this was going to be the likely outcome. This was going to be the likely thing to occur just by math, logic, educated guess, or an educated guess. But to assume that if it wasn't going to happen with one person or 2 person or even 3, I'm just going to say, how prepared were you really? Did you really think this out, or was this something that was given no thought? And I know you're a thinking man. I know you are a thinking person. So there was thought. There was probably something that was probed out or branched out saying that this might happen, this may occur, therefore when it does, I have this as my backup plan, or if not, I'll have this other option. So basically where I disagree with Nagelsmann, and basically where I disagree with his position, is when you decided to go ahead and let them be adults and go ahead and give them the freedom and go ahead and let them recover psychologically, you should have had ample amount of plans within the plans, knowing that this outcome this highly likely outcome would actually take place and happen. So that's on you. That is on you, and that's why you shouldn't be half-stepping. That's why you shouldn't be asking for a postponement. But if you get one, fine, you get one. You got lucky. You got lucky. And not lucky as in, hey, I don't care about human beings. Because I do care about human beings, but if they're going to play and if all this is going to happen and I have no control over it, which I don't, I do have an opinion on it, which I do, and you just botched it. You just botched it. You didn't get a deeper, you didn't think past the surface level on this one. But it's hard for me to believe that. So what's your angle really? I say just utilize your big brain and formulate some kind of theory or strategy and get on with the get on.